What's happening, guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to another one of my multiple solo dungeon runs. Today we're doing Deadmines, and I'm just now getting ready to run my 8th and final run of Deadmines. I'm going to run through, show you guys how I run it, give you some tips and tricks about running the dungeon along the way. After we're finished, I'm going to clean up my bags, get over to the auction house. We'll go over what I got, get it posted up, and see what we ended up with. And listen, before we get started, I wanted to share with you guys my favorite WoW add-on, and there's multiple reasons why it's my favorite WoW add-on. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because I don't want to waste your time. I want to get into this run. There is a link in the description below if you want to check it out, but I'm going to go over some of the things that are in it real quick. And if you happen to play retail WoW, I play retail as well as classic and season of discovery. I play a little bit of all of them. And War Within is getting ready to drop in retail. This thing's already got the folder holder for the 70 to 80 questing pass for retail, and they're always ready to go. So like Cataclysm, when it dropped the questing pass for 80 to 85 for Cataclysm, we're already in this thing. So that's kind of the heart of this add-on is a leveling guide. I use it for all my alts. I've been using it since original Burning Crusade. Um, it is the fastest, most efficient questing pass in the game. I kind of like to call it a quality of life thing because you don't have to worry about where to go, what to do, what quests to pick up, what quests not to pick up, what order to do them in. It's just a straight, efficient, solid questing path from one or whatever level your tune happens to be right now all the way out to the leveling cap. It also has dungeon and raid guides, tips, tricks, maps, boss techniques, daily quest guides, all the daily quests that are in the game right now, all the seasonal events, the quest lines, and the achievements, your exalted reputations. You can get all those profession guides, all your leveling profession guides, and it does a couple of cool things. If I could take a minute to show you, I use this. So let's say that I have one of my druid is a skinner, and I'm in the auction house, and I notice that a certain leather is selling really well in the auction house. I can open up the farming guide and it has all the leathers listed here. And I just literally click on the guide, get it started. It'll route me out to where the best skinning area is and give me an idea of what I'm going to kill and what I'm going to be skinning. Does the same thing for my herbalist. If I see an herb that's doing selling really well. I click the guide. It'll route me out to the best place to pick that herb and actually give me a path that I can farm. Does the same thing with ores, but it's got really good cooking. If you want to do cooking and fishing at the same time, it's got a guide that tells you where to go to catch the fish you need to fish to level your cooking, and you totally level your fishing and cooking at the same time. Pets, hunter pets and mounts, and then all kinds of achievements. So it's got all kinds of stuff. It's just a really nice add-on. I've used it since, like I said, original Burning Crusade. For retail, it has over 8,000 in-game guides. I think it's got something like 1,200 for the current Cata version. So definitely wanted to mention it. Worth checking out. If you use the link in the description below, I do kind of get credit, so it helps support me as well, and I appreciate that. So let's go ahead and get started on our last run of Deadmines. I'm going to step out real quick because I'm not really sure if I reset. There we go. And at the level cap, Deadmines is a really easy run. Takes me about 7 minutes, so This will be my 8th run, so I get a little 8 runs in right about an hour. And what I'm going to do here is I'm literally just going to pull everything all the way up to the first boss. These are super low level mobs, so they're easy. There is some nice drops in this dungeon. Not a ton of them, but there's a couple of mobs that you definitely want to make sure that you pull and kill, and they're not hostile mobs. So a lot of people would just kind of pass them up. I'll make sure I point them out when we get there. There's also a couple of chests that you want to make sure you get, because there's always a decent chance with chests that you're going to get something cool. And then there's a really simple way if you're doing multiple runs and you don't need to clean out your bags to get back to the entrance without going out and coming all the way around, and I'll show you that as well. Alright, let's get this looted up. Next pull, we're just going to go through here, pull everything down, go all the way down to the door. And that's the thing with Deadmines is, if there weren't these doors, I'd literally just pull the whole dungeon, really. They're so low level, it's literally that easy. But we're going to go back up here, because back here in this little hallway here, there's a chest. So we're going to pull everything into here. We hit one of these kegs, we're going to blow everything up. Get a lot of cloth, a lot of wool and linen. So if you happen to have a tailor, you could use it for your tailor, or just sell it in the auction house. Cloth always sells, even if it's not for a ton of money, it'll sell. There's a couple of decent blues in this dungeon. I don't even bother with the last bosses and that whole new thing they added into Deadmines. Here we're just going to pull this whole room. A lot of greens, but a lot of low value greens. And what I do is I send everything over to my enchanter and go through it that way. Okay, you see these two mobs right here? Those two mobs are critical. You're going to want to kill them. Some of the best drops in this entire dungeon drop off of these two mobs right here.
I can't loot that.
Get these guys pulled up. And honestly, you could end your run at this point and go back out. I finished it out just because there is some things you can get down here at the end, the very end. This whole section right here with Faux Reaver's kind of a waste of time.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. It's too far away.
So yeah, if you wanted to get, you could probably get
That's still
like an
recharging.
extra run in the hour if you ended it there. But we'll go ahead and finish it on
I can't
out.
cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Import 2. Shutting down.
And we're going to grab this whole area here all the way down to the doors. Actually, just to right here. And we'll pull everybody into here because there's always a chest right here. And I don't believe these chests are ever locked.
That's still recharging.
Nothing that great. I mean, a lot of this low value greens you could put in the auction house and probably sell them at low value.
It's locked.
But what I like to do is I'll compare the value to post it in the auction house with the disenchant value because generally the enchanting mats will sell much faster. I don't even worry about all these birds out here. I just mount up at this point. Hopefully don't get blasted off the platform. I do head around the back way here. Grab up all these mobs. You could do this last if you wanted to, but there's a reason I don't. You'll see why once we get this. We got one more pull after this one.
I can't do that yet. Can't carry it.
Blackwater Cutlass, which is my bags are full. That's alright. We're gonna finish the run up anyway. So then I'd pull all of this, grab this guy, pull all these mobs, all the way up, and just go right in here. We'll line of sight them.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
And at this point, if I need to clean my bags out, I'll run past Rip Snarl and head out the tunnel like you would out the backside and open up my Traveler's Tundra mount. If I do not need to empty my bags, here's what you can do. You go right down here, hit this teleportal. I believe it's wood and lumber. Yep. Did I go the wrong way? I did go the wrong way. Yeah. But you hit that wooden lumber and you head right back out. And you don't have to go, fly around and then come all the way back down through the tunnel to get into the dead mines. Probably about the same, I would guess. I usually just go around because I take each time to open up my traveler tundra mount and sell all the trash and stuff before the next run. But that's pretty much it. That's the Dead Mines run. Going to get all my stuff cleaned up, go through everything, and then we will see you at the auction house. All right, so we are at the auction house, and other than a couple of greens that they're all low value, but I thought had decent, unique appearances, I'll put up to sell as a low price transmog. I did happen to get the Black and Defias leggings, which are going for about 2,500 gold right now on my server. I did get the weighted sap mace, which is going for about 100 gold on my server. And I also got three of the swiftness potion recipes, which are going for about 100 gold apiece on my server. As you can see, I got a bunch of wool cloth, bunch of linen cloth, um, a fair amount of enchanting mats. I got two of the green wing macaws, which, believe it or not, I mean, regional market value is 57 gold. Their cheapest in my auction house right now is 56 gold. Some gems that aren't going to sell for a ton, but gems always sell. And what we're going to do is we're going to get it all listed up and see. Remember, we did 8 runs, about an hour's time. Again, it's Dead Mines. It's an entry level dungeon. We don't expect a ton, although there are some nice drops to be had. Uh, the Black and Defias leggings being one of them. So let's see. Right now, I only have 793 gold listed in the auction house. I've been playing a lot of retail, so I've got to get my reserve built back over here. So we're going to go ahead and run the post scan. See what we end up with. 793 gold. WoW token in Classic right now is running about 14,000 gold. So let's go ahead and get all this posted up really quick. Flip over and see what didn't get listed. Oh, we gotta list our cloth up. I'm actually going to raise that up. That 24, somebody's undercut pretty bad. We'll go 34 on that. Same thing with the linen cloth. Still not much, but like I said, cloth sells, so. Now all of our enchanting mats. Economy on my server here in Canada has just not really been that great, to be honest with you. think it's just kind of that period where everybody's waiting for more content to come out. People seem to clear things like fairly quickly. Those scopes probably won't sell for much. Get the gems listed up, and again, we had 793 gold in listed auctions right now. 4370, so about 3,700 gold for about an hour's worth of running in Deadmines. Again, not bad for an entry level dungeon. Um, do that 3, 4 times a month. You got yourself a WoW token. You got yourself a free month's of gaming time. So that's it. All we got for this one. I'm going to start picking up these solo dungeon runs again, get these listed up, and appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.